I don't think enough people are talking about it because I think it was just assumed that she was not going to sign. I think it was just assumed that she was not going to sign for the Indiana Fever. And look, Emma Meesseman and the Indiana Fever. And this is something that I feel like is kind of a big thing. It is kind of a big thing. Do I think the Fever are the best chance of signing her? No. My prediction is that she signs with the Phoenix Mercury.
When Emma Meesseman signed with the Indiana Fever, the basketball world didn't just raise an eyebrow, it stopped mid-step. Meesseman, a former WNBA Finals MVP and European basketball legend, is not a name you add to your roster casually. She's a strategic powerhouse with a resume that screams experience, composure, and elite-level IQ. For the Indiana Fever, who are still reshaping their identity around Caitlin Clark's explosive rookie season, it's more than just a roster upgrade. It's a full-on power move. Clark may be the present and future face of the Fever, but the franchise just told the entire league, we're not waiting around for development. We're gunning for something now. And the timing couldn't be sharper. As the WNBA season approaches its late summer crescendo, teams are starting to show who's a real contender and who's just playing for draft positioning. So drop your take in the comments, and don't forget to catch that dime by hitting subscribe. This story, it's just getting started.
The Phoenix Mercury have not signed DeWanna Bonner. My prediction is they have not signed DeWanna Bonner purely because they know. They know that Emma Meesseman, there is a possibility. She seamlessly comes in and starts. There's no question about it that she starts. The Phoenix Mercury have the top-of-the-line facilities that none of the other teams have. Even the Liberty don't have the greatest facilities, but they are in New York. The Lynx are, like, facilities-wise, they're okay. The Indiana Fever have not, or not the Indiana Fever, sorry, the Mercury have not signed DeWanna Bonner. But I think that the Indiana Fever are a legitimate option because they've won something. They've won something.
With Meesseman walking in the door, Indiana's made its intentions clear, but not everyone's celebrating. Specifically, all eyes turned to DeWanna Bonner, and what they saw was worth 1,000 words. The cameras didn't need to zoom in. Her reaction was immediate, subtle, but unmistakable. A single glance from Bonner during a shoot-around, or possibly caught during a post-practice media session, set the internet on fire. She didn't say much, if anything at all, but her face, it said more than any press release could. Let's back up for a second. DeWanna Bonner is a legend in her own right, a multi-time All-Star, a WNBA champion, and one of the most consistent two-way forces the league has seen. She's played with and against the best of the best, and she's never been one to shy away from a challenge. But Meesseman isn't just another big name. These two have a history, both international and domestic. From Eurobasket clashes between Belgium and the U.S. national team pool to past WNBA matchups where tempers occasionally flared and respect was always begrudgingly earned. Add Clark into the mix, a generational talent with an arm cannon and a target on her back since the day she stepped into the league, and it starts to feel like the plot of a drama series. Now you've got Bonner, the vet, already managing the pressure of leading a young core in Connecticut, seeing two high IQ players join forces in Indiana. One's the shiny new face of the league. The other's a Belgian baller with an uncanny ability to read the floor like it's chess. That's not just concerning, that's a warning shot. The timing of Meesseman's signing was strategic. With international commitments easing and rosters hitting key decision points, Indiana pounced. Her contract details haven't been made public yet, but sources suggest it's a season-long investment with postseason expectations baked in. There are rumors of back-end incentives related to playoff appearances and minutes logged, but what matters most is that she's eligible and ready to play now. Not next year, not after training camp, now, and that's where the drama starts. Social media lit up within minutes of the Fever's announcement. The hashtags were flying: Trax Clark and Meesseman, Fever-loaded, Bonner reaction. Fans clipped Bonner's reaction frame by frame. Was that a smirk? A scowl? A forced poker face? One user on X, formerly Twitter, wrote, "Bonner's face when she saw Meesseman was headed to Indiana. We all saw it." Another posted, "DeWanna looked like someone just walked in with her ex and a championship ring." The memes were relentless. But the deeper conversation wasn't just about body language, it was about what this meant for the WNBA landscape. Clark's rookie season hasn't been smooth sailing. Yes, she's put up impressive numbers, but she's also taken hits, literally and figuratively. Physical defenses, veteran trash talk, and questions about her adaptability have followed her like a shadow. But even her critics admit, give her a high IQ, versatile big like Meesseman, and it's game on. Meesseman isn't just a screen setter or a back-to-the-basket bruiser, she's a connector, the kind of player who makes smart cuts, hits mid-range jumpers like free throws, and, most dangerously, can operate as a point forward. That's what turns this pairing into something terrifying for opposing defenses. Clark already forces teams to stretch their perimeter defense to uncomfortable lengths. Add Meesseman's floor spacing, passing lanes, and defensive reads, and suddenly you've got a lineup that can run a Euro-style offense with WNBA firepower. And you better believe Bonner knows exactly what that looks like. She's faced it in international tournaments. She's studied it. And now it's being built right in her conference. The fan base is split. Fever fans are over the moon. "This is the most exciting Fever roster in years," wrote one user. "Clark has her Pippin," posted another, the idea being, if Clark is the showstopper, Meesseman is the silent killer who makes the system click. But on the other side of the spectrum, Bonner fans, or Connecticut Sun loyalists, are on edge. "We better not meet them in the semis," one wrote. Another simply posted a gif of Bonner walking away from a camera, captioned, "DeWanna after hearing Emma's in Indy." Sports pundits weren't far behind. One WNBA insider said during a panel show, "Let's be real. Meesseman doesn't go somewhere just to collect a check. She's there to win. And pairing her with Caitlin Clark, that's a playoff-caliber chess move. It shifts the balance in the East." Another ESPN analyst pointed out, "Clark finally gets a big who understands spacing and timing. This isn't just good for her, it's bad news for everyone else." But beneath the headlines and the highlights, there's another story brewing. Rivalry. It's not fully formed yet, but the seeds are there. Bonner versus Clark. Meesseman versus Bonner. Veteran pride versus rising potential. Old guard versus new wave. In a league still battling for mainstream attention, these kinds of emotional, high-stakes narratives are gold. And the league knows it. Don't be surprised if Fever vs. Sun suddenly becomes must-watch TV, maybe even a nationally televised primetime game. There's also a psychological layer here. Clark has been through the ringer this season, from controversy over media coverage, physical play, and questions about her leadership. She's had to carry a mountain of pressure. But give her a veteran who gets it, who knows the mental game as well as the tactical one, and everything changes. That's where Meesseman comes in. She's not going to be fazed by drama. She's not going to feed into narratives. She's going to play smart, keep the ball moving, and let Clark do what she does best: launch missiles from the logo. If Bonner is feeling any kind of way about this, it's not just about losing headlines, it's about knowing the game just got harder, knowing that if her squad has any hopes of getting past Indiana, she's going to have to dig even deeper. Maybe that fuels her. Maybe it pisses her off. Or maybe, just maybe, it motivates her to remind everyone she's not done yet. Either way, the spark has been lit. Remember, this isn't just a team upgrade. It's a league-shifting move. The kind that tilts playoff scenarios, forces defensive recalibrations, and pressures coaching staffs to rethink their schemes. Meesseman signing with Indiana isn't about stacking talent for fun. It's about putting Clark in the best possible position to grow and win. That's what makes it dangerous. And Bonner, she's no stranger to tension. She's battled through every era of WNBA ball, from the rough-and-tumble post-play of the early 2000s to today's faster-paced, media-hyped game. She knows how to navigate spotlight moments. But even legends can feel the ground shift under them when younger stars start to ascend with the kind of backing Meesseman provides. There's also an emotional undercurrent here. Meesseman is respected, quiet, strategic, and deeply admired across both the WNBA and European leagues. She's not flashy, she's not the kind to steal headlines, but when she moves, teams notice, and veterans take note. That's what makes Bonner's reaction so compelling. It wasn't over the top, it wasn't dramatic, it was calculated. A quiet acknowledgement that something serious just changed. In the coming weeks, all eyes will be on the Indiana Fever, not just for Clark's next 30-foot dagger, but to see how Meesseman integrates. Will their chemistry develop fast enough? Will they actually get to run real sets together before playoff seeding locks in? Or will the hype fizzle out? Either way, the experiment is live, and Bonner knows it. This is the kind of tension that makes sports matter. Personal stakes, quiet rivalries, new alliances, and the ever-shifting line between yesterday's dominance and tomorrow's promise. Clark and Meesseman might not have even shared a full practice yet, but they've already altered the WNBA's balance sheet. And for Bonner, the next time she steps onto the court against them, you better believe she'll be ready. Not just for Clark's no-look passes or Meesseman's silky jumpers, but for the noise, the pressure, and the eyes of a league watching her every move. Whatever happens next, one thing's clear. This isn't just about basketball. It's about legacy, spotlight, and who gets the last word in a league that's growing louder by the day. Bonner's reaction wasn't just a moment. It was a signal. So drop your take in the comments, and don't forget to catch that dime by hitting subscribe. This story, it's just getting started.